Okay, so for next week, pretty much every day we'll be covering and review each tick, different tick each day because we're taking a test on Thursday. So on Monday, we're covering ticks 1.7b. We are going to cover the rivers, streams, lakes, and oceans. So, and then Tuesday we're covering the seasons, different seasons in day and night. There are activities that we can pretty much use to review Monday and Tuesday. So we can kind of use the chart to kind of organize all the information we've learned so far. Like they can draw pictures and description with the words. So we can kind of talk about that also with the tables and partners so they can gather the ideas with themselves. And then we can kind of review together. And Tuesday also
I just have a
different
quick
series.
question.
Yes.
So the students are gonna make this chart, or are you giving them this chart?
Each in their journal, they're going to have their own, but they can table talk to get ideas.
We're not gonna give them to them because that's gonna help them for their math.
So they're
Especially
creating
to
a chart.
Yeah, so
That's what I wanna
you
know.
tell them
Yes.
how to do it so they get ready for math. Like at the end of the year, they have a 2-column graph like this one. So they can compare information. At least they know how to start reading those graphs. So when we do it in math, it's gonna be easier. At least they
Right.
know how to get the information out of there.
So how long does it take them to create a graph? How long would it take them to create this chart?
No problem.
Not
3
that much,
minutes.
like
2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's easy. You just make it. I say,
Yeah.
well, make 1-2 lines across,
So they're able to
Right
do it. I just
together.
want to know if they're.
and then that's it.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much we've been doing this pretty much many times
Okay, good.
already, so they're used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean we're gonna be using
Yeah, that one might take
chart.
longer.
Yeah, because
That
it's
one
two
is
different
harder.
things. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is,
Right.
if you know right now that the first one they could probably do.
We could probably pre-make the other
That's
one
what
and
I
have
was
it
about to
printed.
suggest.
Yeah, the
To
other
save
one
some
was
time,
hard.
since we're gonna be comparing day and night and the seasons in one lesson.
Okay, and then not only that, you could probably cut it or put it in the journal where they're pasting it so that it can stay consistent with the journaling techniques that you guys are doing.
Uh-huh.
They can
Right.
paste it in their journal.
Yeah. If we pre-made it, then they can also do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you all utilizing foldables as well? That might be a fun, creative way. Have a prepared foldable already cut and glue the folder in there. If you're trying
And
to stay on the
if you
creative
mean for
side.
the for the journal, or we could
Okay.
have it as a work product.
Okay.
Can I need to fill it. I need to finish it. But I did one. I did it myself so I could show them. But when we did it together, I just did it. I'm sorry, I didn't do the table because it was way too much. The table.
Right, for them
So
to create
it
a
was
table
just
of their
like
own.
Right,
a
like-
screen, and I just divided in 4. What they do, characteristics of the screen, activities.
Like the one I have up there on the right side.
There we go. How does it?
So
that
we
one,
talked
yeah.
through that.
But we made it different in the notebook because the table just by itself is a lot of.
Okay, we could. I got a mom that keeps asking me every day, do I have anything? So what we could do is have that one made like to a foldable. We could have it as a work product.
Okay.
Which one?
The seasons.
So you're gonna pre-make a foldable?
Yeah.
The teacher?
Well, we'll have a parent volunteer.
Oh, a parent volunteer that
I
can
have
make.
a button.
You have two, so we can just get them together and she'll take it home and do it overnight if we need it.
What tick is this?
That one is 1.8 seasons.
COD.
What
Okay.
components will the child complete
That's a lot.
if the parent goes home and
See.
Oh, they would have to fill it in.
Okay.
They would have to fill in the how it feels, how it looks like,
Okay.
what clothes we wear, and give some examples of activities
Okay.
that it can do in that season.
So the parents are just making the foldable,
Right,
and
they have
then
it
the
in.
kids are filling them out. Right,
Right.
as your work product.
Right.
Okay.
We also have some kind of resource if you wanna use this. They have
Okay.
seasons for Brain Pop Junior. Has
So-
it.
Already.
Mhm.
Let's look at the chart for day and night.
Okay.
Okay.
How does it feel?
What does it look
Can-
like?
So what do y'all think about those characteristics that they're identifying for day and night?
So like,
That's
for
what
how
I
does
was
it feel?
confused.
Right,
I
I'm
thought,
confused.
I thought that they only the day and the night. They only want to know
What
to see
objects in the sky?
object, the,
Right,
object, the
exactly.
sun.
Okay, good.
Because I was confused, and then Mr. Fernandez was observing the other day, and
Yeah.
I think the main thing was
Objects in the sky.
the sun. That that I made them quickly after he left because I was like blank. So like with the projector, and put the projector was the sun, and then one boy was the earth. So I made him, go around.
But if you look at the TEAC 1.8a, it's identifying the characteristics of the seasons of the year, which is fine, and the characteristics of day and night, the characteristics of day and night. So, not objects in the sky. So the characteristics of day, and then the characteristics
That is
of
bright and-
night.
No, that what I was trying to show them is
Right.
it was bright. They can see that it gets brighter on one side and then dark on the other. So it's like
But what is
it's
that-
changing. It changes.
But what is changing? We're not. What is changing? What are you saying that they're doing? The earth? That's
Yeah.
not what they're supposed to do, though. You know what I'm saying? They're asking for the characteristics of day.
And night.
So give me a characteristic of day. Just give me some. Just say
Bright,
it's
hot.
bright. It's hot.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes.
We work.
You study, you work,
Uh-huh.
you read, you
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the
And
kids
I-
need to be able to do.
We wear normal clothes, but at night we
Yes.
wear pajamas and
So
Yeah.
okay, but we're talking about the characteristic of day and night, not of what the characteristics of us and what. So,
Okay.
how do we know when it's day? That's the characteristic. How do we know it's night?
okay. Weather and
It's
how
darker
bright.
outside at night. The moon, the
But
stars.
they know that's kind of easy
Okay.
because that's what they start telling you, and I did that at least. I created a list, so maybe I was thinking, or maybe that they want to focus too on like, the sun changes and then,
But
you know.
they're not. No.
No?
And the only reason why I'm saying no is because now you're talking about the characteristics of the sun. When it's not
Which is another
necessarily-
TEAC within
which is a whole nother
1.8.
TEAC,
Okay.
which is a whole other TEAC. So then
Because I thought it was too easy.
you thought it was too
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So then how could you make it more rigorous then? Characteristics of day and night.
So one can be
What
weather,
so what do we want them to know? A characteristic of day and night.
dark and bright.
Dark, bright, you can still the clouds,
How does
the
it look
day and
outside?
night. Maybe we can do a Venn diagram if you want to do it a little bit more. Instead of a table, just do a Venn
Okay.
diagram will work
Yeah.
better for that.
Okay.
Day, night, for most of the people, what they, that you go to work
Activities
or.
you do during the day.
Let's look at what Ms. Park is writing. Is that okay? Is that what we want?
What she's climate,
Do we want climate?
like hot or cold.
No,
Well, so
not
maybe climate.
necessarily. I
Can we
don't.
put the Venn diagram? I think that the idea of the Venn diagram
do
would
it.
be
I
better.
honestly, what I don't like about that is, my students start thinking that the weather is compared is in association with day and night. Sometimes it is, but
Yes.
it's only sometimes.
Thank you.
I don't want them to think it's
July.
night is always going to be cold.
Right,
Because
exact-
at night
thank
it
you.
could be hot,
Thank you.
extremely hot. And
it's
so
the
I
same
don't
as
want
today.
and it could be the same as today, especially where we live.
Right.
So I don't want them to get that confused. Just
Right.
maybe some things you can do at night, activities you can do during the day,
Right.
what it looks like,
Right.
but physical things that they can see, maybe not what they can feel.
Exactly. And if you do ask, and if you do want to say how does it feel, it is cooler, but not necessarily cold.
Exactly. It's just a characteristic of a possible nighttime.
So, do
a
they-
day. It's possible.
Do they know the differences between temperature at first grade? Do they discuss temperature?
Yeah, we discussed temperature, but
I need to know that. Because they will be asked for that.
So we could say, if you ask how does it feel, the characteristic we're looking for is cooler. It's cooler at night, not necessarily cold. It's a slight difference in temperature. Why? Because the sun is not shining as bright, so they need to know that.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's cooler at night than during the day,
Yeah, it doesn't feel cooler at night.
Okay.
during
Talking
the day.
about
but it's not
temperature-wise.
cold at night and all the time.
Okay.
Because I can have the same tank top on that I wore during
It
in the
could-
morning
but
or
also,
summer. at
that's in connection with the seasons. It depends on what season we're
Mm-hmm.
in. If it's summer, at night I'm still sweating just like I was in the morning during the day.
Right.
It's, you know, it doesn't really change.
Right.
I mean, you think you're getting away from the heat and you're not.
Right. So then the Venn diagram would probably be best.
The Venn diagram.
So then they can write in the characteristics of day, night, and then both.
Right.
I changed it, Venn diagram, but I don't know how to make circles in.
Okay, that's fine. We can figure that out. We just need to put what do we want to put. What do we want them to?
Highlight the Venn diagram. You highlighted in gray?
Yes.
Okay, it's a reminder, okay.
So what are some things we want them to identify? The temperature, what you see, even in the sky, what you see in the sky, and what you see around you. Like you see
Even the animals.
street lights.
You know, even the animals know when it's day
Right.
and night. And
Street lights are on at night, where
Oh,
during the
there we
day
go.
they don't have street lights. Cars have their headlights on
Uh-huh.
at night versus during the day. So those are things we want the kids to be able to tell us.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then, yeah.
That's for that.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ms. Park.
Wednesday, 1.8b, moon phases and changes of clouds and the sun.
Okay.
So you can make picture diagram to show the moon phases. We can refer back to the fusion book. There's a description and everything in it. So you can kind of review that.
I have a book about the moon changes. So what do they really need to know? That it changes,
The shapes.
and the shapes, and it is full moon, and
Quarter moon, third quarter moon.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 different. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have a
4
big book
different.
if you wanna.
Clouds is included in this teak. Are y'all gonna review
But
that? Or you not
the
gonna-
clouds, we just gotta, we're just focusing on that the clouds could be used to predict weather patterns, right? As far as the teaks, that's what the teak says.
You're just observing the appearance of the clouds, yeah.
Right.
The moon, the stars, and the sun.
The sun's
The
position changes.
position changes.
Right, which is what Mr.
Throughout the
Harder was
day.
talking about.
Right, and we're covering that tomorrow too. What's
On
going?
Wednesday, Ms. Harder, instead
What's
of
your
Tuesday.
activity on Wednesday?
She was talking about the sun, how the earth revolves, and how it looks like it's changing,
So
but
they
it's
can
not.
see that it changes. You know that the sun still stays the same, but then the earth is the one that it moves.
So
Right.
And
activity
when
are
it's
you gonna
right,
do?
it's easy. Just put the kid in front of the projector and start turning them around. So when they see over here is the sun, if it's hitting me over here is the sunrise, and then it keeps moving, and then it's noon, the sunset, and then if it's like that, it's dark. So it's nighttime. So and it's still at that, because they say, oh, we are the ones that we're moving, but they don't realize that.
Right.
It is hard it's hard.
Right, for little kids to realize.
Right,
They
because
think
you
the
see
sun-
that something is changing, but what is
Right.
what is
It
really
looks like the
changing?
sun is moving, but the sun
Yeah,
really
it
is not.
Right, but if you put the projector, so the projector stays there and it gives you the light, right?
But you're the one moving.
But you're the one moving, so when they can see, oh, it's facing this, hitting my face. Okay, so it's daytime. And if on my back, how come it's dark over here? So it is because it's the night over here, and then it's nighttime.
Miss Vanison, I have a question. Science guru, I don't want to be out of turn, so you can stop me at any time. There's also an activity, I don't know if it's grade level appropriate, the sundial. Since the students have recess daily,
Right.
and if you guys Google it and see how to make authentic sundials, that's
Right, where you put the rocks around, you put the stick in the center, and then
Right.
and where the shadow goes.
and they can see
Right.
also.
But you have to go out through there throughout the day. Yeah.
Right, and right. So
There-
that probably
we
would be
played a
hard.
video last year or something that was showing. It was really good. It was showing, how the sun was moving, so they can see it and how it's going, like the sunrise and then to the night, so they can see it. Because it's hard to observe that unless you stay outside the whole day.
Right.
Oh,
So I have a quick question. So the TEAC is 1.8b, and so 1.8b, my handy app,
I
is
know.
of the appearance of the clouds, the moon, the stars, and the sun. But your LO is only identifying the changes